And pushback tonight over an emergency migrant shelter the city wants to open in Gowanus, Brooklyn. The problem, its size and the fact it's on a Superfund site. But as CBS 2's Kristie Keleshian reports, many residents are in support of it.
33rd Street, right along the Gowanus Canal, a former brewery with work permits on the door. The city ready to make way for an emergency shelter housing 400 recently arrived single adults. Also nearby, flyers advertising a town hall meeting about it.
If you ask the majority of people, they might support it, but the people who are actually going to meetings and who have the time to organize and go to those meetings, they're the ones who are more vocal about it, and they're the ones who might be rejecting it.
The 3rd Street Block Association is hosting the meeting. It listed points of discussion on the flyer, like if the shelter is even capable of caring for 400 people. Block Association President Robert Mesnard spoke with us on the phone.
3rd Street supports shelters. We believe that the shelter needs to be decreased in size with the number of residents, and also the land under the shelter needs to be tested in order to see if there are toxins there.
The city confirms it's reviewing a lawsuit now against the plan, citing the environmental concerns in the Gowanus Canal area. The EPA describes the canal as heavily contaminated from old factories and listed it on its national priorities list in March 2010. It said cleanup efforts were slated to continue through 2023.
If you look, it seems like there's quite a lot of things being built in the Gowanus Canal, so, it seems like there's not a ton of environmental concern with those.
The city's Department of Social Services says Bragg's Home Care Corp will provide wraparound services and case management for residents. It says with more than 178,000 migrants in the city now, quote, additional capacity is desperately needed, and that the shelter system is, quote, well past its breaking point.
Obviously, nobody should live in a toxic shelter, but to the extent that it could be used as a pretext to keep people from having a home, I think that's pretty awful.
The Block Association's meeting on this will be held this coming Monday, March 4th at 6 p.m. In Gowanus, Brooklyn, Kristie Keleshian, CBS 2 News.